This is a steal for the Eagles as a big defensive star who has been thrown around the league in his career is a free agent, and fans over social media are pleading with Howie Roseman to bring this guy home to the city of brotherly love. We'll break down everything surrounding this player and more on another edition of Eagles Digest. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Eagles Digest to give you guys everything surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles. But before we get into this video, if you guys are not subscribed to this channel, if you're a part of the 98.2% who aren't subscribed to this channel, you guys better hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts surrounding this news for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I kind of showed my hand there with CJ Gardner-Johnson. CD Deuce is a free agent after being released by the Baltimore Ravens. And when he was traded to the Houston Texans, he was released, and he has been bouncing around the league his whole career, including 2 stops in Philadelphia. This guy, CJ Gardner-Johnson, he is beloved among the city of Philadelphia. All of the fans around, including myself, love the energy that CJ Gardner-Johnson brings on a daily basis. He was traded to the Texans in the offseason in a shocking move that really left a lot of fans, including myself, with a sour taste in our mouths because we knew that we had a dog. We had a competitor in the building at the safety position. He had 12 picks with the Philadelphia Eagles from 2022 and 2024 when he had 2 separate stints with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, this guy has so much energy, and I believe right now in my heart of hearts that CJ Gardner-Johnson is the most misunderstood guy in the NFL. He is so good on the field. He has some off the field antics that end up happening, that end up costing him, an ejection. Sometimes there are fights, but you cannot deny how talented this guy is. And the fact that he is now a free agent, the Eagles have the opportunity to bring this guy home, make up for their mistake of trading him away and put him in this defense. And I'll get right into everything surrounding CJ Gardner-Johnson, but just wanted to bring up his quote that he had in regards to what he said on Twitter. He said, "I just want to take a moment to thank all the teams I've been a part of, coaches, teammates, and everyone who supported me along the way. Every experience has helped me grow both on and off the field. I'm truly grateful for all the opportunities and memories. Football has always been a big part of who I am, and my passion for the game is still strong. I'm excited to keep working, improving, and continuing to play the sport I love." And that was CJ Gardner-Johnson on X talking about, his experience with all of the teams that he's been a part of. And you see right here, he has been a part of a lot of teams. When looking back when he was with the New Orleans Saints, he was there from 2019 all the way to 2021. So 3 full seasons with the New Orleans Saints. Got traded over to Philadelphia, made an instant impact, 6 interceptions with the Birds in 2022 that helped the Eagles go and face off against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl the first time around in Super Bowl 57. Then the Eagles don't re-sign him. He goes to the Detroit Lions, and the Eagles don't offer him a contract. There's a lot of, buzz surrounding, Howie Roseman and letting him go. And then the Eagles end up collapsing, and he goes to the Detroit Lions, where the Detroit Lions go all the way to the NFC Championship game. And then the Eagles make up for it. They sign him in 2024. And he has 6 interceptions once again. So 12 interceptions between 2022 and 2024 stints. And he was an absolute dog and helped the Eagles capture their 2nd Super Bowl championship. And then out of nowhere, he gets traded over to the Houston Texans, only has 3 games played, and then they release him. He had some, back and forth with Baker Mayfield, but at the end of the day, CJ Gardner-Johnson is one of my favorite players, and I really want to share this with you guys regarding CJ Gardner-Johnson and his impact with the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys. The Eagles defense in 2022 with CJ Gardner-Johnson, they were 8th in the NFL according to Fox Sports. Eagles defense in 2023 without CJ Gardner-Johnson, 30th in the NFL. Defense in 2024 with CJ Gardner-Johnson, 2nd in the NFL. The Eagles defense currently right now without CJ Gardner-Johnson, 20th in the NFL through 6 weeks. I'm just letting you guys digest that a little bit. The Eagles are a top 10 defense when CJ Gardner-Johnson is on the field. When he is not there, the Eagles defense does not look the same. It is point blank period. And coincidence? I think not. CJ Gardner-Johnson is one of the anchors to why the Eagles made the Super Bowl in 2022 and made the Super Bowl and won in 2024. He has been able to really do so well with his energy. He is so good in open field tackling. He knows how to really just compete and get under people's skin. That's what you need out of a guy who knows how to compete, will get under people's skin and make them better. And I mean, just looking at this defense right now for the Philadelphia Eagles, you're looking at it. There's some injuries. Obviously, Nolan Smith is injured. Jacorian Bennett is injured. But when you're looking at all of these guys, I know that Reed Blankenship is a captain. Love what Reed Blankenship has done. But when you're looking at everybody, Zach Bond as well, when you're looking at all of these guys, who is a leader out of all of this defense? Because I don't really see one. I see there's Zach Bond, who has been here for a year and a half. He's done so well with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's really been able to really help this defense out. He's an all-pro talent. Love Zach Bond. Reed Blankenship. He is now named captain. He has the opportunity to really be a vocal leader on this defense. But right now, through 6 games, this defense has been dreadful. Dreadful. We don't know we don't know the identity of this defense. They get turnovers. They've helped out the Eagles in the past, but we know right now after this Giants game, urgency is right now on the defense. The Eagles are looking for corners. They're looking for edge rushers. And I definitely think that they need to go and try to get CJ Gardner-Johnson back to just be a leader, be a vocal voice for this Eagles locker room. I understand that there may be some things that are behind the scenes that we don't know about. But at the end of the day, his impact on this Eagles defense has been second to none in 2022 and 2024. You can call it once in 2022, hey, maybe that was just a fluke. When it happens again, you can't take it away from you. Howie Roseman has said that multiple times about championships, and that's the same thing with CJ Gardner-Johnson. He has the championship DNA. He has the winning DNA. I definitely think he needs to be back in midnight green. And obviously, guys, I think this is transitioning over to how Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson have played so far this season. They're not good at the cornerback position. So the Eagles are definitely going to be looking for corners. I've made a video on Denzel Ward being an option for the Philadelphia Eagles. Definitely got to bring some other guys in. But I think if you are trying to have a little bit more of a Band-Aid right now before you go and get that big swing at the trade deadline, I say you bring CJ Gardner-Johnson in. He can play nickel corner. You can put Cooper DeJean on the outside, as if Quinyon Mitchell, he came back to practice today, he can be the 1. Cooper DeJean can be the 2. CJ Gardner-Johnson at the nickel. And then you don't need to worry about one of those weaknesses with Adoree Jackson or Keely Ringo being liabilities on the field. It seems like, so easy from me to just say about this Eagles defense. But guys, this is something that can re-energize this defense, re-energize this team, because they don't have an identity right now. There's so many different things that happen when CJ Gardner-Johnson is not in this locker room. And I understand it's not one guy, but the facts are the facts. When CJ Gardner-Johnson is on this team and he's a leader, the Eagles defense does well. When it's not, you see what happens. So I definitely think with Howie Roseman and what he needs to do, he's got to get on the phone. He's got to get a contract going with CJ Gardner-Johnson. Just a 1-year prove-it deal. A prove-it deal right now. Just see where everything is. And, if something happens, you don't want to make it guaranteed. You can just get out of it as fast as you sign him. And I think this is something from FanSided that really really kind of correlated with the situation. This was Nick Halden on Fansided saying the Eagles are exploring all avenues to attempt to improve. It makes sense to offer the defender a deal that is not guaranteed. It isn't as if the safety has an overwhelming number of choices, and Philly can actually offer him the chance to contribute. And it's exactly right. I think that with CJ Gardner-Johnson and what he has been to other teams, he hasn't been able to fit in those schemes. He hasn't been able to fit in those locker rooms. The only locker rooms that has him being able to fit in is 2022 and 2024 with the Philadelphia Eagles. He wants to retire a Philadelphia Eagle. Yes, he may not be the ideal, stand up guy who is going to just be respectful to the other opponents. We don't need that guy. We need a villain. A lot of teams do not like, a lot of NFL executives, they don't like the Philadelphia Eagles because of the tush push. They don't like how successful the Philadelphia Eagles are. Why not get a villain in this locker room? We already have one with Jalen Carter. We know what Jalen Carter can do on the field and how much success he has on the field. Why not bring CJ Gardner-Johnson back and really just take this defense to another level and make them the bully balls that they were in 2022 and 2024. But that's going to do it for another edition of Eagles Digest. Let me know your thoughts regarding CJ Gardner-Johnson and a possible third reunion with the safety out of Florida. He's definitely someone that I want with the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to give it to you guys. What do you guys think regarding CJ Gardner-Johnson? Definitely think he needs to be back in midnight green. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Go Birds, fly Eagles fly, and let's get CJ back in Philly.